All right, St. Louis. Like I decided to come on one more time, St. Louis. St. Louis, in no way am I trying to discourage you. I'm trying to encourage you. And that's to get you to understand that we are actually at war. And that war is occurring, unfortunately, in our mind. Everything that you see, taste, touch, smell, hear is being encoded. Think about it for a second. The coronavirus, many people lose a sense of taste and smell. That within itself tells me there's something wrong with their senses, auditory. They can't process based upon that virus. So that's a sense of, and what that tells me is that's information and data that's interfering with neurological impulses within the mind. But in order to keep that from occurring, we must be stronger in mind in order to do that, so we can create a force field. It's like a shield. In other words, if you are moving within space and time, you're going to encounter all the information and noise that encompasses space and time. You're going to be in the same reality as that noise based upon you encoding things that you see all around you, taste, touch, smell, and hear. Nothing is physical. I know it's hard to grasp, but you must begin to believe and understand that if we're going to defeat sickness, death, murder, and disease, we must reach a higher level of awareness. In other words, we must be able to process the data and information around us much faster than we are, so we can reach a certain speed that will literally keep the darkness under our feet. It's not gonna, you can pray until the cow jump over the moon. You must strengthen in mind. And if you strengthen in mind, you will literally see things happen, because your reality will change. It's just like having two computers and you give both computers a certain task. Now, if one computer is stronger than the other computer, the one that's stronger is going to process the information faster. The one that's weaker will probably give you the answer, but it might take 10 years. Whereas the one that's faster with more power can probably take a second. So as a result, the one that's going to take 10 years is going to be continuously distracted by other things within the environment, so you might not ever get the correct answer, because you might get distracted before you get the answer, which will take 10 years. So what we must do is we must strengthen in mind so we can get the answer faster, that will keep us from being distracted based upon the length of time that it would take with a computer that's not as strong as the one that will give us the answer faster. I'm hoping I'm not losing you. You must get this. Nothing's physical at all. Nothing is physical. Everything is different levels of information. And also, St. Louis, I just made it into Florida. I just crossed that border. I should be home hopefully in 2 hours. I just wanted to come on. Everything is being encoded. So the stronger your mind, the deeper you will see. Unfortunately, the mind is decaying daily. And the reason it's decaying is because of what they call the laws of thermodynamics. If you are in an enclosed system, the system will only go one way, and that's from now into the future. But the future in the direction in which it's going is not going to break free from the system. Subsequently, you're going to die within the system, and it's going to be considered normal because you've never broken out of the laws of thermodynamics, conservation of energy, you were subjected to that system. Once your mind reached the speed, you will break out of the system and you will no longer be a part of that system. You will be literally encoding from what they call vacuum fluctuation. So as a result, you will be able to see things that you were incapable of seeing, being in the enclosed system, which is conservation of energy. I'm trying, St. Louis. We can do this, but we must change the way we see and hear the reality around us. In order to change it, you must strengthen in mind. Without strengthening in mind, you're not going to know there's something to change, because all you are is a mind having a physical experience in a three-dimensional world, which is not three-dimensional as you perceive. But as long as you're living in space and time and absent of the power needed to break free, it will look like it's three-dimensional. It's important. We can do it, because if we don't do this, everything will remain the same. We will continue to follow false doctrine, false religion. And the reason many have been following false religion is because people are looking for hope. They'll come back and say, Mama went to heaven and Granddaddy went to heaven, Pata and everybody went to heaven, and the one that was the murderer went to hell. But that's not how it works. You're already in darkness. You already been judged. So what has to happen? We need to break free from the judgment. The judgment is the darkness that doesn't allow your mind to reach a level in which it's capable of reaching, which you can warp space and time at absolute zero. Once you reach a level of mind that can operate at the speed of light, traveling at 186,000 miles per second, you are now a different sound, a different light, the brightest of its rims. And as a result, you're in the world, but you're not of the world. You're in a different reality. So I wanted to come on for a moment just to share that with you. I want you all to continue to strive to be the best that you can be. Remember, greater is he that's in you than he that's in this world. Remember, you must manifest God. God is a perfect sound. God is a perfect light. And you must begin to understand that you're that diamond in the rough. You are capable of becoming Alpha and Omega. The Bible says, when you see me, you see my Father. Reason that's making that statement is because once you get the truth, you become what you receive, which is the truth. May God bless you all and get you all to understand that we can do this, but we must seek knowledge. We must seek knowledge, and as a result of seeking the knowledge, you must become the knowledge that you have sought. May God bless you all. God bless.
Summer turned to winter, and the snow it turned to